welcome to the module number 10. At last module we have discussed first type of point group, that is C type of point group, including Cn, Cnv and Cnh. Now second we'll move on to the D type of point group. It is also having same kind of three sub point groups, that is Dn, Dnv and Dnh. But before moving toward the three subtypes of this, let me tell you the meaning of D type of point group. For having C type of point group, we need to add just Cn rotational axis, then whether it is Cn, Cnv or Cnh. But if in order to have D type of point group, we should have Cn rotational axis which is perpendicular to n number of C2 subsidiary axes. This is the definition of what? D type of point group. What I said, in order to have C type of point group, the criteria was having Cn as the rotational axis only. But if we need to explain or if we need to have D type of point group in any molecule, then what is the definition of D? If the molecule contains Cn as the main principal axis which is perpendicular to n number of C2 subsidiary axes, then the molecule is said to possess D type of point group, where this Cn will be the principal axis and this C2 will be subsidiary axis. From the definition you can see that this n is variable. You can have C2 principal axis, you can have C3 principal axis, you can have C4 principal axis. This n is also variable, but the C2 subsidiary axis or the subsidiary axis that we need must be C2. Alright, the C2 will remain same. Otherwise n will go on changing according to the fold of rotation. Alright, so what's the definition of D? Cn perpendicular to n number of C2 axis, where this Cn must be the principal axis and this C2 is the subsidiary axis. Whatever fold of rotation of principal axis you have, that much number of subsidiary axis should be present in the molecule. For example, if I have C2 as the principal axis and again I am having two C2 subsidiary axis, alright, there is one C2 principal axis and there are again another two C2s which are subsidiary axis, and if they two are perpendicular to each other, which two? This principal axis and these two subsidiary axes, if they are perpendicular to each other, then combinedly they are said to be D2. In one word, they are said to be like D2. Alright. Suppose I have C3 as the principal axis, and to this principal axis I have three perpendicular C2s which are the subsidiary axis. Alright, what I have? One C3 as the principal axis, and to this C3 axis I have three more C2 axes which are perpendicular to each other. This C3 and these three C2s, if they are perpendicular to each other, then combinedly these two will be called as D3. Okay, got the meaning of D, got the definition of got the definition of D. What's the definition? Cn perpendicular to n number of C2s. For example, I have C2 perpendicular to two C2 axis, then it becomes D2. Suppose I have C3 perpendicular to three C2s, then I will say that it is D3. Suppose I have C4 perpendicular to four C2 axes, then combinedly it will called as D4. Okay, C4 perpendicular to four C2s will be called as D4. Now we'll see the three subtypes of D type of point group one by one. So this D type of point group, it also possesses three subtype. The first one is DN, second is DNH, and the third one is DND. Now if the first type of point group, that is C type of point group, is very well understood to you, if it is very well clear to you, then you can tell me easily what are the symmetry elements or what are the criteria required for the molecule to have DN, DNH or DND type of point group. What should be present in the molecule in order to have just DN point groups? DN indicates only rotation. There is no plane, no inversion, nothing. So DN will contain, of course, identity is present there. But according what definition you can make for DN? Ki if molecule possess CN rotation axis perpendicular to NC2s, then the molecule is said to possess DN type of point group. That's it. What is the definition for DNH? You can easily make the definition. What's the definition for D? If the molecule possesses CN perpendicular to NC2s. This is the definition for DN. And apart from DN, what we have? H. H indicates what? Horizontal mirror plane. So that is what we have to mention in the definition. Ki if molecule possesses CN perpendicular to NC2 rotational axis and there is present horizontal mirror plane, then the molecule is said to belong DNH type of point group. And third one is DND, where definition of DN will be same. CN perpendicular to NC2 and D indicates what? Remembering what is this small d? What does it indicate? Dihedral mirror plane. So apart from this, there should be present dihedral mirror plane. Is it clear? Now again, there is no particular example for DN is given in your textbook or in your syllabus. Directly the example for DNH and DND is given. So let's now move on to the proper example of DNH and let us see practically how these axes are present. Actually, we have already seen it, you know it, but now we have to check it out back again from this type of point group. As we have already discussed this molecule, I will not explain it to you in detail, you might get bored. So I'll just revise it in short. BF3 molecule, alright, having planar trigonal structure. Go on listing out the symmetry element. The very first symmetry element that you have to write down is identity. What is the second? Principal axis. How do we pass the principal axis? Passing through this boron atom, and then we have rotated in clockwise direction 3 times in order to get the identical image. So what was the principal axis present there? C3, having 3-fold rotation. Then we have seen the presence of subsidiary axis in BF3 molecule also, if you might be remembering. How we have passed the subsidiary axis? First one was like this, okay? Then we have rotated the molecule like this. This fluorine and boron will remain at their own place and these two fluorine will get changed. This is the second subsidiary axis we have passed and this is the third subsidiary axis. What is the angle of rotation in all these 3 subsidiary axes? 180 degree. So these are 3 C2s. Now we have to check out the presence of this C2 axis with respect to principal axis. How do we have passed principal axis? Like this, okay? And how do we are passing the subsidiary axis? It is like this. So what is the angle between these two? This is penetrating through this molecule and this is in between the molecule. Means what is the nature between these two? Principal axis and subsidiary axis, they are perpendicular to each other, alright? This principal axis and this subsidiary axis, they are perpendicular to each other. Similarly, this subsidiary axis is also perpendicular and this subsidiary axis is also perpendicular to this principal axis. So can we say that this BF3 molecule contains one C3 axis and there are present 3 C2s which are perpendicular with respect to the C3. Alright. So BF3 molecule contains identity C3 as the principal axis and there are present 3 more C2s which are the subsidiary axis, and these subsidiary axes are perpendicular to this principal axis. Does it satisfies the definition of D? What's the definition of D or Dn? Cn perpendicular to n C2s. So here we have C3s perpendicular to 3 C2s. So collectively they will be written as D. First of all, we will list out all the symmetry elements and then we will write down the total final point group. Then according to sequence, what next symmetry element we have to find out or we have to check for the next symmetry element? We check for the planes. So what are the planes here? We have already seen, I will not repeat it, I will just write down the final conclusion. We have seen very well what are the types of planes present in this. The places from where we have passed C2, from the same places we can get the plane. Okay, first plane, second plane, third plane. What is the nature? Principal axis and plane. What is the nature between them? They are parallel. So in this way we have 3 vertical planes present in this molecule. And lastly, we have seen that it contains a molecular plane which cuts all the atoms present in the molecule equally and which is perpendicular to principal axis. Alright, remembering we have seen this principal axis and plane which is perpendicular, hence there is present one horizontal plane also. Alright, so these are the symmetry elements present in BF3 molecule so far. What is the total final list of symmetry element? In BF3 molecule there is present one identity element, one C3 rotational axis, there are 3 more C2 subsidiary axes which are perpendicular to this, and we have 3 vertical planes and 1 horizontal plane. Now we have to list out or sum up all the symmetry elements in one final group, that is called as the point group. So how will you make a group of all the symmetry element? First of all, there are present C3 perpendicular to 3 C2s. So which is the main point group? It will be D3. Alright, why? Because the definition of D3 is C3 perpendicular to 3 C2s. So according to this it is D3. Now we have to check whether it is whether it belongs to DN, DNH or DND type of point group. So main point group we have written D3. What comes next is determined from what? Planes. Whether we have dihedral plane, whether we have horizontal plane or whether we have vertical planes. So what comes next after this main point group is decided from plane. Now you will say that BF3 molecule contains vertical plane as well as horizontal plane. Then we will write down it like D3 VH. Can we write it down like this? No. We can write down either like D3H or D3D or simply D3. We are having only these 3 types of point group belonging to this secant. So what we will do now? Whenever the answer for this question key, if we have both the types of point group, if we have both the types of planes, vertical plane as well as horizontal plane, then what should be written in the point group, main point group? The answer for this question is whenever we have both the types of mirror planes present, vertical as well as horizontal, then only the horizontal point group will appear in the, only the horizontal plane will appear in the main point group. The reason for this is that horizontal plane is dominating over the vertical plane. Hence, in final point group, we will reflect only the horizontal plane and not the vertical plane. This thing you have to remember for next coming molecule also. Whatever molecules we will check, for that molecule also you have to remember this thing ki whenever we have two types of plane, vertical and horizontal plane, then horizontal plane becomes dominating over the vertical plane and itself appears in the final point group. So what is the main or final point group of BF3 molecule? It belongs to D3H. And what's the meaning of D3H? As the D3 is present there, means there must be present C3 perpendicular to 3 C2s. As H is appearing there, means there must be present horizontal plane, and apart from this there are present 3 vertical planes also and the identity also. Alright. Same way you have to go on writing down, or you have to go on solving this molecule also, as I have told you to solve the previous molecules. Draw the diagram for BF3, list out the symmetry elements, and before listing out, draw the every symmetry elements in the diagram. You can draw more than 2 diagrams also. In one diagram you simply can show C3, 3 C2s. In second diagram you can show 3 vertical planes. In another diagram you can show 1 horizontal plane. Followed by you have to explain all these symmetry elements in at least one line, and then write down all the symmetry element in this list form and write down the final point group and make a box to this. Alright. So according to this, the final point group of BF3 is D3H. I hope the D3H point group of BF3 is very well clear to you. If the fluorine atoms will get replaced by chlorine atoms, means if we have BCl3 molecule, then also the point group will remain same, D3H. It will not be changed. Okay. I hope now this BF3 molecule or BCl3 molecule is very well clear to you. Now third example or third type we will see D and D. What will be the symmetry elements? Of course there will be present C3. If you are discussing D3, D, then there must be present C3 perpendicular to 3 C2s, and there must be present dihedral mirror plane. So the better example for this D and D is PTCl4 molecule. It is having the point group D4H. I am already telling you the answer, or I am already giving you the main answer for this PTCl4 molecule. It belongs to D4H point group. Till next module you have to go you have to solve and try to get what are the symmetry elements present in this PTCl4 molecule. Alright. I have told before now also, we have taken the PTCl4 molecule so many times while explaining many of the symmetry elements, and at that time I have told you ki it is such an example which contains almost all the symmetry elements that are present in this chapter. So draw the diagram of PTCl4, list out all the symmetry element present. If you will go back in our previous videos, you will find out easily all the symmetry elements. So just make a list of that and try to understand whether the principal axis and subsidiary axis that we have got in this, whether they are perpendicular to each other or not. Try to find out this, and if they are perpendicular, then of course it will belong to D4H. So in this way, as we have solved BF3, in the same way try to solve the PTCl4 molecule. Till next module, try to solve it out. If you are not able, definitely we are going to solve it in our next module. Thank you.